95 Will Rock Daily Rewind.
Yeah, this is very on brand, like being assaulted by a potato in Idaho or a lobster roll in Maine. What is Illinois?
I've never been attacked. Land of Lincoln. Lincoln rises up out of his grave and attack. He was a vampire. Did you see the movie? He was a vampire slayer.
I did, yeah.
If you're a vampire, he could be out there rising up out of his. It says Land of Lincoln on the license plate. So
Land of Lincoln.
sometime look up what they did to Lincoln's body, and you'll see why he rose up and was angry and started killing. Seriously, they dragged it around. People stole it. I mean, they had to hide it. Yeah, Lincoln's body went through a lot.
After he died?
Yeah, no, they stole him while that would be kidnapping. You probably would have heard of that. Yes, after he was, and they stole him while he was alive. Didn't make any of the newspapers. Anybody seen the president? Yeah, these guys just stole him. Should we send people for him? No. Vampire slayer. He'll be fine.
Okay, so Land of Lincoln for Illinois. You know what I mean. Wisconsin is cheese. So
like Lincoln.
Being
I don't
assaulted.
know what else. It's flat, so flatness crushes you. I don't know. What is Illinois? What is the?
What are they known for? Just being the land of Lincoln.
Getting stabbed on the red line.
Oh, yeah. Well. That would be actual assault.
Well, you were looking for how the attack would happen. Yes, you will get mugged. You will get shot or stabbed.
Well, I have audio from police. It's a reporter talking about what the police had to say regarding a report, an assault in Wisconsin.
A cheese attack.
A cheese attack, yes.
All right.
Police in Eau Claire say they responded to the most Wisconsin complaint ever. On Monday night, officers checked out a report of someone chasing a driver down and throwing cheese at their car.
Yeah,
Police called the complaint not Gouda, and it's unbelievable that someone would do that. The department ended the post by writing, "Throwing cheese is not your best look, Eau Claire." No, that's not cheesy at all.
Very punny, those police there. There were 3 puns in there.
Apparently, there's no news in that part of Wisconsin. This is the story of the
95 Will Rock Daily Rewind.
Yeah, my mom just flew Alaska Airlines. They went to Seattle, and then they went to Hawaii from Seattle, and they had hot meals served on the plane. They were flying first class.
Yeah.
But I'm always curious about those meals that are served. Like, how are you, for all those people, where is all that food coming from? And how are you heating it up?
On the plane, and it's just a little.
I don't know.
The hot part is it's like the size of like your phone almost.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that big.
Okay.
Or whatever. It's like that size. And then they just put it on the tray with there'll be like a little salad and a little roll.
So it's already heated up before it gets onto the plane?
It's in these warmers.
And then
They're keeping it warm, yeah.
I don't know.
Or some of them, like if it's a long flight, then the next warm part they'll warm up.
Okay.
I'm assuming like you get a little breakfast.
I don't know. I've never eaten on a plane like that. Not like that. I usually buy the food and bring it on the plane.
But it used to be even back in steerage. Now, like if you go to Europe, they gotta feed you. So and then they're like chicken or pasta. Up in first class, they're getting there's actual glassware, and they give you knives. Yeah. They give you metal knives.
That doesn't seem like a.
So if you're Al Qaeda, I would suggest first class. Spend the extra
to Europe. Okay.
And they give you a real fork and all that stuff. But back in steerage, it's just plastic. So, but if you ever get the chance, this sounds bougie. I'm going to say it anyway. If you ever get the chance, go on a train. I took the train from Amsterdam to Paris. It's that one where they had that movie about those guys that tried to stab and kill all those people or whatever. We were on that train.
Yeah, sounds like something I want to be on.
You buy this upgrade to it's like first class on the train, but it's not like you're buying first class on it. It's not that expensive. It's like another $100, $200 or whatever. They brought us food, and I'm like, wow, this is how food used to be on the airplane. It was nice food. It was and it was good. They kept bringing us wine, and we're riding the train. We're on our way to Paris. And then 2 hours later, they bring us a meal. And I thought the snack was the meal.
Wow.
That was just a freaking, they brought us a full on meal. Wow. I mean, we paid an extra, I don't know, it was $150 more or whatever. They kept bringing wine. That's how flying on airplanes
Used to be.
It was a big deal. They treat, but now they just jam as many people in. Well, you fly on Spirit, where if you want water, they throw you an ice cube and go, it's like you're pregnant.
Suck on it.
Suck on this. So,
well, a Delta flight from Detroit.
Oh, I saw this.
To Amsterdam.
Oh, they were going to Amsterdam.
They were.
Yeah.
They had to make an emergency landing in New York after passengers were served spoiled food.
This is your captain speaking. We're going to land this thing. This is... Somebody light a match back there, because...
Could you imagine?
You're on a sealed tube,
I'd be so
and
pissed.
a large amount of people are getting the diarrhea. Spoiled food. Have you had food poisoning?
It's the worst.
I pooped on the couch.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I had to pull the cushion covers off and wash them in the middle of the night. It was so horrible.
Oh my gosh, yeah. What do you do to those plane cushions?
I don't know. I don't want to get on that. Find the tail number of that plane and make sure you're never on a flight. Anyway, but then I saw a guy who was interviewed. He's like, we're home, because they were going to Taylor Swift in Amsterdam. And he's like, I don't care if I got to swim. We bought these tickets.
We're going
to see Taylor Swift. So basically, the story is a bunch of Swifties pooped themselves and had to stop in New York. There's your headline. Swifties pooped themselves, plane lands early.
95 Will Rock Daily Rewind.
So yesterday, I was playing amateur Uber. I picked up Bob the Builder at Mitchell and took him home. He came home from the Kiwanis thing in Denver, and that was my Mitchell run.
Okay.
I gotta have a fallback. I don't know if the forklift thing at Floor and Decor is going to work out or not.
Well, you haven't replied back to the email yet. They want to come in here.
Yeah, I'll get there. I pick Hank up, the merch guy from Royal Bliss, about noon after my morning run. I got to take him to O'Hare. He's got like an 8 o'clock flight, so we got some time to kill, right?
Okay.
So I'm like, I was thinking, I'd show him the sights. He had mentioned that he liked Super Dog. I'm like, we could cruise over to Super Dog. I also have a little Super Dog. Have you been to Super Dog?
No.
You got to go Super Dog. So I thought something like that, or whatever.
Like a little quick,
just a little quick
stop.
tour of some things, and then off to O'Hare or whatever. We go maybe watch some music at Jesse Oaks. They got music in the beer garden. I could he likes dogs. I could, he could go and meet Peanut and take Coco if he wanted. Nobody likes Coco. So he gets in the car and so what do you want to do? And what does he say he wants to do? Let's go to the Cubs game. I'm like, what? This is going to a Cubs game that's a day.
It's a day,
and it's a bit aggressive we got to get you to the airport. Mm-hmm. When I go to the Cub game, I like to take train because parking and driving into Wrigleyville and all that. You get it. You put it in the GPS, and the number. That says how long it'll take you to get somewhere. When it comes up on the GPS, it's always red.
Right.
There's
always traffic.
I'm like, all right, let's drive to Wrigleyville and try and find a place to park.
That's
and then get
another idea.
Tickets for the Cubs game. Sure. So I'm a little resistant, but I'm always up for an adventure. So I'm like, let's do it. So we go and we find a parking spot. We're going to take the first one, and it was $60. And easy. I go, we can do better. So I drive around a little more. We find a $40 one. We park the truck, and I'm nervous because this truck is a beautiful vehicle from Ray and Raymond. So I'm taking a picture of the guy and the house, and I'm like, it's here. So we go to the game. I always go to Murphy's first, always Murphy's. And Hank, this a-hole, is like, we got to have a shot of Malort. Now, I don't drink Malort. People ask me to have shots of Malort. They will bring Malort to me all the time. And in general, if somebody presents me with a drink, I don't want to be an asshole, so I'll drink it. Mm-hmm. Unless it's Malort, which I'm like, well, now you have 2 shots because I ain't doing it. You got to do one more for. So I go ahead, and you can see the video, and I did the shot of Malort with him at Murphy's. Oh. It was Malort.
It didn't get better.
No, Malort is worse. People are like, you get used to Malort. They say, do you get used?
There's no way.
Malort, it's the other way. It's worse. I start to dry heave at the thought of it now. So we have our shot of Malort. Hey, we've been to Murphy's. I go on StubHub. I get us some tickets. The game had already started. I got a pretty good tickets for a fairly decent amount of money. So. Yeah. So I buy the tickets. We go into the game. We have some beers. He has a Chicago-style hot dog. We get extra sport peppers because they let you dress it yourself.
So delicious.
And I'm like, get sport peppers. So I got a whole basket. I'm just sitting there eating sport peppers and drinking beer. And it rains, so it started raining. And we sat there almost longer than anyone else in the rain. People are clearing the stands. They're not putting the tarp on the field, but it's getting close. So we leave. So he misses, and he's pissed about this. The 7th inning stretch. He's like, I came to Wrigley. This is like this was a thing he wanted to do, is go to Wrigley Field and have the dog and drink the Malort and swing the 7th inning stretch with whoever and whatever. And we're down on the concourse, not getting rained on during. And he's like, I missed the 7th inning stretch, which I felt bad. We should have at least, been out in the rain and sang the damn song or whatever.
So did the game get delayed?
No, it kept going.
They just kept playing in the rain.
Yeah,
okay.
The rain was on and off and on and off, and I'm like, make up your mind.
Get one of those things.
Yeah, a little poncho or whatever.
Yeah, get a plastic bag or something.
He was happy walking around the concourse looking at doing Chicago things or whatever. And I had told him before the game that Wrigley Field is, if you've never had stage fright with your bladder as a male, Wrigley Field can give it to you. It is the only place. There are troughs at places. Places have troughs. Fenway. He's like, Fenway has troughs. I go, no. At Wrigley Field, there's a bathroom where there's troughs, and then down the middle, there's troughs. And it's divided by a half wall. So you can literally look across and make eye contact with another man who's holding his penis and urinating. You're holding yours.
You haven't lived until you've experienced that.
And you're both urinating at the same time. Bonus if it's a friend of yours. We go in, and it had been raining for a while, so the bathroom was basically empty. There were maybe 5 people in there. And so it is me straight across from Hank having a conversation as we void our bladders. And I said, look, you may have missed the 7th inning stretch, but I contend that getting stage fright at the trough down the middle of the bathroom toilet at Wrigley Field is more Cub and Chicago
than the 7th inning stretch.
Most
Everyone
ballparks
does
sing
that.
this stupid song. Yeah, they get some guy up there. I don't even know who it was yesterday. There's nothing more Cub Wrigley Field than stage fright at down the middle of the room. Now wait, there's more.
Okay.
He got stage fright, and I told him I've been there with other people who got that. You walk out, you go, "Could you go?" And you go, "No, I go." And then we go into the next bathroom, and you use not the trough, you go into a stall because you're like, now because you've had to go. It's been in the chamber, so you're like, "Oh my God, I'm going to wet my pants." You have to find the next bathroom as fast as you can because you're piddling in your underwear. So he gets stage fright. He wants a picture. And I said, are you crazy? We're in a bathroom.
Can't take a picture in a bathroom.
Hey, let me get my camera out, boys. Get those wieners where I can see them. So basically, though, now listen, 5 people in the room, 2 of them are children. And I'm like, no, there are children. I didn't say that out loud later. I said, there were children in the room when you said. So, but eventually all of them, except for one guy who wandered in, and he's looking at us like we're crazy because we're in there. I took a picture. That's Hank voiding his bladder. That's my urinal over here. You can see the mints, the urinal cakes over here. That's where my trough is. And this is what men do at Wrigley Field. They stand across from one another and they can have a conversation while they're making water.
I've never been more happy to not be a man.
There is nothing more Chicago than that. Screw you and your 7th inning stretch.
So is that what you're suggesting? Is if someone has...
If you have company come to town, it's the men's room right across from section. It's like 225. Mm-hmm. It's the main one with the stairs above coming down.
You guys...
I didn't seek it out, but when we were passing by, I'm like,
that's the
Hank's
one.
Like, let's go in here. I bet you this is the one. And I'm thinking to myself, this is the one. You're about to get stage fright. And we come out, and guess what he got? Stage fright. So there you go. Welcome to Wrigley Field. You're welcome.
95 WIIL Rock Daily Rewind.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised.
So, Leah has an ongoing problem. First off, and this is going to piss her off, she has an impressive forehead. It's her thing that bothers her.
Yeah. Everyone has a thing.
It's no more than anybody else's, but for some reason when you look in the mirror,
that's what I see.
What you see is your 5 head. So
and the vein.
So here's where it gets bad. We're out at the 501 Club party on Friday, and she's complaining about she has a vein that runs from just next to her left eye up into the center of her, into her forehead.
And I had bangs for decades because
neurotic about it, you had to hide it.
Right.
Yeah, you can tell it's an issue. If you look at her, and I was trying to explain this to her, if I look at you now, I cannot see it.
Well, that's because I'm not hot yet. It's only when I get
when it gets hot.
When I get hot, or if I get heated,
angry,
yeah,
it bulges out, and so she has this vein. The problem that she has with the vein, and I've not seen many of these because I don't go around looking at them or enjoying other people's or whatever. To her, the vein looks like that traverses a man's genitals.
Yes, it was the Snicker bar, if you will, just right there on the middle of my forehead.
She calls it her penis vein.
Yeah. Which is very fitting because I used to have a haircut that looked like the tip of.
Okay, we don't need to fix all your problems in one sitting. We can address this at another time. We've only got this one therapy session, and then right when they start to figure stuff out, they say time's up. You're like, wait a second, I think we're coming up to a breakthrough here about my penis vein. So Friday, this is the advice, and the number one thing, if you have this same difficulty, I don't even see mine, I can't, but everybody has them.
I'm sure they do, because I asked if there's any way I could move it or get rid of it.
Excuse me, I need to speak to a plastic surgeon. What would you like to do? I need to remove the penis vein from the middle of my forehead and place it somewhere else.
You could get veins in your legs removed.
Varicose veins.
Why can't they do something about this?
I don't think they remove them. I think they somehow...
I don't even care if it's connected to my frontal lobe and I lose all sense of everything. I don't care.
It's nice that you don't know what your frontal lobe does. That's basically your personality is up there. So maybe if we cut that out, the show will be more of what would be a radio show and less of therapy every day. So what I discovered, and maybe this is the helpful bit, I'm seeing it now. You're getting a little stressed. I see it.
Yeah, you see it.
Yeah. And now I can't look away. The problem is it starts to become pronounced. And then what does she do? She immediately goes and starts rubbing it.
Yeah, I feel like I'm pressing it back into my...
Yeah, but you're not. You're stroking it.
Yeah,
it's basically what you're doing. And when you stroke that type of a vein, it becomes more pronounced. So the number one thing I learned this weekend is if you struggle with the penis vein in the middle of your head...
That's what you said. You're like, stop stroking it. You're like, I don't know about but when I stroke mine...
It becomes pronounced. So you've learned now, right? This is helpful information. The more you know. Wait, the Tom and Leah morning show.
Making a difference.
95 Will Rock Daily Rewind.
The Way Out West Music Festival. This is in Sweden.
Okay.
They are going to have an interesting feature this week. Or this year, I should say. An egg fertilization station.
Oh, I have that.
And yes.
I have that, too.
You have that?
Yeah, if you're interested. You know somebody interested.
Come down to the station for the egg fertilization.
We're gonna have to practice a few times, but we'll see what we can get her done.
Put it on a shirt. Yeah. WIIL Rock, your egg fertilization station.
And there's a picture of me standing there in a banana hammock with my ab hanging out. Who's ready for a little fertilization, ladies? What's my shirt say right now, Leah?
Brown chicken, brown cow.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
Yeah, you're ready for it.
Yeah.
And yes, they are talking human eggs. Sets from acts, including Queens of the Stone Age, will be streamed into an IVF laboratory in order to help the sperm and the egg
music
mingle
is getting
better.
The stuff fired up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The theory is that music and vibration increase the chance of successful fertilization by 5%.
Yeah.
It's mostly for fun. The festival says that above all, we're doing this as a fun idea to highlight the importance of the live music
playing
scene.
Music for your seed. All right. Oh yeah, here at the WIIL Rock Morning Show, egg fertilization station.
Your egg fertilization station.
I have earbuds taped to my testicles, so same deal, and you don't have to go to Sweden for it. All right. Come on down to the G-Spot at Gurney Mills.
So it doesn't say about the seed that they want to be fertilized by, and I'm guessing that maybe you're not the number one choice.
What do you find genetically inferior? But okay, I have a massive birth defect.
Uh-huh.
But other than my really weird physique.
And
Like, what else?
Irishman.
Oh, the tiny penis. Manageable.
Manageable, but not.
Manageable, by the way, is one notch below too big. That's what manageable.
The flat backside.
Oh, yeah, I have no butt. Other than that, I have nice eyes.
But your eyebrows,
I have space in looking eyebrows.
You look like you're angry. Yeah.
Nice teeth. What do you mean? I have nice teeth.
They're a little tiny.
My teeth are tiny. I have tiny teeth. So you would see me on a date and say, oh, he's got a nice eyes, seems enlightened, tiny teeth.
Tiny teeth.
Can't do it. Tiny teeth. Your moron husband drinks hydrogen peroxide. Twice. I wouldn't worry too much about my tiny teeth, Leah.
95 Will Rock Daily Rewind.